the world. It's called Hyperloop. I'm pretty sure most of you have heard about it. So I'd like to call on stage Ivo Gresta, the chairman and co-founder of Hyperloop Transportation Technologies. Please give him a warm round of applause.
Hi everybody. Thank you for being here early in the morning. So I hate to start with the bad news, but transportation as you know it is broken. You saw it, you experienced it. Even when you came here, you saw the mess that we created. As humans, we haven't conceived our transportation system, our backbone of our society to be functional, to be efficient, to be human. And it starts when you buy a car, right? That's what they sell you. You're there, the wind is sweeping in your face. It's beautiful. The cities are empty. There's beautiful roads. No one is in there. You're with your loved one. Powerful. It's an amazing world, right? And then you exit the dealers. That's what you get. But this is impacting our lifestyle. This is not the life we were conceived to have. Bumper to bumper, minutes, hours, and we live our life like that. There should be a better way. Let's look at the general picture. You know, if you think that Paris is bad, it means only one thing. You've never been in China. I mean, this was the mother of all traffic jams. There's been stuck in traffic for 11 days, guys. I don't even want to think how they went to the restaurant. It's just nasty. But this is Beijing in a good day. Because Beijing in a bad day looks like this. You could just run over him probably, I don't know. But you know, these problems, if you think it's far away, okay, where was the longest traffic jam in history? Raise your hand if you know it, please. Nobody. That's very cool, because it was in Paris. Paris, Lyon, ladies and gentlemen, 1980, 176 kilometers. You think China was nasty? That was nasty. I don't know how many of you remember this, but that has been impacting a lot of people. So let's look at the other side of the coin. For example, welcome to the other cities. And if you think about going using some other way of transportation, okay, let's use the metro. Beijing, welcome to Beijing, guys. You're trying to exit, but basically they push you back in. And this is London. If you think it's only Asia, that's what's happening in the big and the most extended underground in the planet. It's every day now. São Paulo was there 2 weeks ago, and the scenes are hysteric. Why? Well, it's not like that everywhere, I have to admit. For example, Japan fixed it. They've done a great job because they've been creative, and they find their own unique way to actually fix the problem. They're pushers. It's real. It's happening every day. They push you in the car. This is Bangladesh taking the train. Do you think it's far away? Well, it's not, because this is the situation that is happening in China. It's in India. It's going to impact everything. Why we haven't thought it through? This system doesn't scale, and the problem is embedded. If you look at the airports, 70% of the operation we do at the airports, you can do it even before you arrive there. Why? They're keeping us stuck there, looking at the carousel where your baggage is probably delivered somewhere in Botswana. And well, I have a good news. They fixed it, because now your lost luggage can be purchased back in one of the amazing, comfortable shops that they open all over the world. 11 open right now. So you can buy that 70% discount. It's a bargain, you should go there. It's really a good thing. What does it mean? It means it is embedded in the system. They created a failure to actually re-inject into the economy. So if I would tell you, tomorrow is the last day of your life, you would be pissed. You would be disappointed, right? Start to think, oh my God, it's the last day of my life. What I should do? I mean, every single minute would count. I would love to embrace my children, my family, and it's so important, right? Well, if you live in one of these cities, you live in 1, 2, 3 years less than was expected. And we are becoming numb. It's normal. It's not normal. They're stealing our life, 10 minutes here, half an hour there, 1 hour there. And this is the most important thing we have. We need to do something because humanity is impacted. Now, what if I would tell you that there's a possibility to go from Lyon to Paris in 22 minutes without all this mess, without being stuck in traffic, without having this human transportation system that is made to be sustainable, to be efficient, and to be sustaining the throughput of humanity for the next 100 years? Well, it would be too good, right? How many of you doesn't know what the Hyperloop is? Please, raise your hand. We're among friends. It's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep your hands up, please. Okay. Security, remove these bastards from the fuck is going on? It's okay. Let me show you a little bit.
In 2013, Elon Musk published his vision for a sustainable, rapid mass transit system called Hyperloop.
I have a name for it, which is called the Hyperloop.
Busy with his other ventures at Tesla and SpaceX, Musk issued a rallying cry to the best and the brightest.
There are some companies that are forming to try to make the Hyperloop happen. I encourage them. I think that's great. I'm super focused on Tesla and SpaceX and to small amount on solar cities. So that basically completely uses up my brain.
So what's Hyperloop? Kind of like a Jetsons tunnel?
It's something like that, yeah.
Imagine a capsule filled with people.
You put this capsule inside a tube,
You create a low pressure environment inside this tube,
so you have no resistance.
and it's moving very fast from point A to point B.
So the capsule, very similar to an airplane that goes in high altitudes, can travel really fast with very little energy.
Is the main trick to it the vacuum and the fact that there's no friction? Is that the main reason why it makes it so fast?
Tesla founder Elon Musk proposed this new technology called Hyperloop, and it's being developed right now in Playa Vista, here in this hangar behind me.
So when Elon published the document, he just drafted a possible way to achieve this. 2 months later, my business partner, Dirk Alborn, a genius German entrepreneur, took this document, published in our website, Jumpstart Found, and did a call to action.
There was a great project, a great idea, and Elon actually said he wanted someone else to take it on. He wanted the community to make this happen.
It's the first company that used crowdsourcing to solve one of the biggest problems of humanity, that is transportation. They have to work at least 10 hours a week, and we give them in exchange 1 stock for every hour worked. And we have been overwhelmed of requests from engineers from all over the planet. There were people from NASA, Tesla, SpaceX, Boeing, MIT.
We want to give our communities that supporting us the possibility to own parts of the company.
So we are creating the biggest crowdsourcing project in the planet.
Big headline of the day. Hyperloop's the Chief Operating Officer, Bipop Gresta. The transportation technology startup believes that the Hyperloop will be cheaper than high-speed rail in the country. Take a look.
The business model that we developed is not based on tickets only. Tickets can be used as a way to regulate traffic. There are so many new ways to monetize users. We are able today to announce at the World Economic Forum.
It will change the way we live. It's possible today, it's based on existing technologies.
Is it visionary? In 30 years' time, will you and I be sitting on our rocking chairs going, well, we talked about it then, and he did it?
Traveling by Hyperloop is going to be the future. They're making it.
So let's look at the possibility that this system can unleash. We have an unprecedented possibility because for the first time we can actually transport people and goods at the speed of sound without having the same problem that the other transportation has, that it's at the expenses of our resources, our economy, and all the other facts. So the Hyperloop has been around quite a little bit. You know, the first examples were in the last century, but only recently the real design of the Hyperloop took place thanks to a genius that is Elon Musk. He published a white paper and he said, I'm too busy to do it, but there's this system. It was wild that humanity had this possibility. Why anybody is doing it? And me and my business partner were so crazy to actually think this was doable. But we thought we didn't have all the answer. And this was too big of an effort to actually create a normal company. So we said, you know what? Let's do a call to action. Let's ask humanity to come together to help us solve this problem. And what happened after has been amazing. We haven't created a company. We created a movement. Aside of the top engineers that we hired as the mainstream headlines and the engineering committee that is actually integrating our Hyperloop, there's a movement of people. There are more than 900 people right now working from 42 countries to actually contribute at least 10 hours a week in exchange of stock options. And this is magic. They said we are the biggest startup in the planet. I don't like that definition. I think we are the biggest effort that humanity did to put together the best minds in the planet to solve one of the biggest problems of humanity, that is transportation. That means that we can solve all the problems. We have been just published by Harvard Business Review, and they're teaching our model at Harvard. And the amazing thing, they're using it to look at how to solve energy, food, housing. We have the technology to do this. I invite you guys to actually start up a business that will solve one of these problems. Just putting together the best minds that are in this room or in your contact list. You don't need money, you need brains, and that's what we are raising. That's the top companies that answer to this call. We have the top listed company in the world, Atkins, one of the top engineering firms, Carbures, they are building our capsule, Labeled, they invented the vacuum pump, and I can go on forever, but I have a limited amount of time. Even His Highness, Sheikh Falah bin Zayed Al Nahyan is now on board our company, is the local sponsor of our Abu Dhabi project. 70,000 hours has been contributed from the beginning. How can you possibly raise the amount of money normally to actually raise this amount of brain? It's not possible. And we opened an Hyperloop Academy. We are now spreading this into universities to actually extend it with students and professors from all over the world. And we're looking to build freight and cargo. Now, how does it work technologically? It's very simple. The technology that you need to build an Hyperloop were already there. The only real innovation that we brought is about levitation. This system was invented in the 90s by Lawrence Livermore Lab, and we acquired the exclusive technology that can revolutionize transportation forever.
Using magnets to move and elevate trains is not a new thing, but this method hasn't been efficient enough to make sense on a large scale. The primary reason? Simple. A vast amount of energy is required to power the system. 20 years ago, a team of engineers from Lawrence Livermore Labs began the work that would solve those problems. For more than 2 decades, they've researched a full-scale functioning prototype. And in that time, they discovered how to arrange magnets over an aluminum.
So they just tell me I don't have a lot of time. So this is the track that you saw in Lawrence Livermore Lab, built by General Atomics. In a while you will see our prototype track in 2015. The concept is that you have a series of magnets that can actually levitate without using any electricity. We use a neodymium magnets configured in an all-back array. I'm sorry for you, the translator. I don't know how you translate this. But it's basically a simple thing. Remember you were a child and there were opposite attracts and the opposite side repel. Well, the same side repel. Well, it's the same thing. You put the capsule on a laminate of aluminium. When it's steady, it doesn't do anything. But as soon as you move it, the capsule levitates without using any electricity. And that means that it's not only cheaper and faster than anything else, it's also profitable. So for the first time, you have a system that doesn't need subsidies. All the other systems, including high-speed rail, needs constant subsidies of the taxpayers, us. So nothing on the ground makes money in the earth. Now, we've been through several challenges in technology, but the biggest innovation that we introduced is that the combination of renewable energy that we are using is capable of generate up to 30% more energy than we produce. How is it possible? We have invented something revolutionary? No, we just combine a new series of renewable energy, and the energy that you consume is less than you can produce with the real estate that you acquired. So in Ottawa, that is not typically where you will go to take sun, right? We can do 15% more energy. And we will publish now a feasibility study in Abu Dhabi. This is the incredible difference between high-speed rail, metro, and an Hyperloop system. In average, it can cost half or 1/3 of the normal cost. But this is not the point. It can cost also double. But if you never recoup the investment like high-speed rail, it doesn't make sense. Hyperloop can recoup the investment in 8 to 10 years. That means that after that period, the Hyperloop can pay back the state. So it's like a subsidy is in reverse. We'll pay fees to the states. And we're designing it in a very new way. We have amazing designs that can take advantage of the same right-of-way. When you read these articles against the Hyperloop, oh, will never be built because the right-of-way, you take 20 years. Well, we have the right-of-ways. It's our highways, our rails, and underground. So we are looking to develop a system that doesn't require new right-of-way and scale up. You can put up to 9 tubes on the same pylon. For now, we designed a 7 version that has the capability of transporting 600 million people a year. If Forrester is right and we grow at 9 billion in 2050, there's no point in the planet that we cannot serve with the Hyperloop. And we're looking to design something that makes sense. The pylon can host endangered species. We are looking to develop vertical gardens. There's a series of technology that we can acquire to actually make it comfortable. This is my team revenging on showing that the Hyperloop is comfortable. They put me in 1G, and then for a little bit of fun, they put me at 5G. That's me inside the capsule, okay? These are our testing facility. So, what does it mean? It means that in case of emergency, you can have a stop in 6.4 seconds. It's like a roller coaster. You see my face is not particularly happy to have that, but you can save the life of the people. With a seatbelt, in 6 seconds you stop, and then you can evacuate from the emergency door. So it's like having an airplane without the problem of an airplane. It's like 10 times safer than anything invented. Because the science works on your favor. If you open the valves, there's an explosive recompression, so the air comes back, and what happens? The capsule slows down and stops through a Kantrovitz effect. It means the air will stop the capsule, and through the reverse of the linear motor, you can gently go back on the laminate and exit in the middle of the tube. So, very safe, more exit door than the underground, and we have a new system to actually bring you to new realities. You can look out, this is a screen, another windows, and where do you want to go? You want to go to Italy, you want to go to, I don't know, Australia, you want to go in space, underwater, you want to go in the times of the Roman, we can bring you there. It's not only a fun way to travel in the future, it's a new way to monetize users. We think there's other ways to monetize and without using a ticket. Is it a pipe dream? Okay, watch out, because today we have a big thing going on. 20 countries are negotiating routes with us, and 8 of them, we received 100 million investment, 8 of them have signed deals to actually go into commercialization. We are the only company, there are other companies, we were the first one, and because of that, because we have a newest technology like the passive levitation, some countries have signed deals to actually build Hyperloop. And today we have a big announcement. So, after 4 years of developments, we are now ready to announce the start of the construction of the first Hyperloop of history in Francasal. Guys, you have to be very excited because yes, you can applaud. Not to me, but to the scientists that work on this. We are particularly excited France will be the first country to have a full-scale Hyperloop. The tubes have been ordered. We are now a new structure. Francazal was the first to actually answer to our call. They gave us a big building, 3,000 square feet. We are now starting the restructuring. In the road that you see, I will show you better. This is our new office. If you go to Francazal, the turret temporary is the new office of Hyperloop, and we have a track in construction right now. We are looking to be putting down the tubes in February, so we already ordered, they're coming, and I know that I finished the time. There's a little video spilling about Francazal. We don't have time. We have? No? Okay. It's a pity because it wasn't exclusive. We signed with India, another big project, but the real surprise was after 6 months of feasibility study in the Emirates, in Abu Dhabi. And I leave you with this because this was the longest and most extensive study that's been conducted by the Hyperloop that allowed us to go into commercialization. So there are people predicting the future. We are building it. Thank you very much. Thank you. Join the team. Join the team.